what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC and another edition of TNFNU, Thoughts and Feelings and Updates. I made a comment earlier in one of my videos this week, and it got me thinking. It kind of resonated in my brain, and it got me thinking about the start of this and where it's going, and it's kind of funny how everything has just kind of evolved. It was never the plan that I would be creating this much content and sharing things with you guys and becoming what this obsession has become for me. This was just supposed to be a medium for which I sell a knife here and there. I make a couple a year, and then YouTube gave me an opportunity to get that knife in front of some eyes to be able to sell it. And because of you guys and some of the feedback that you guys have given me all along the way with your comments and just overall feedback, this channel has kind of evolved into what it is. What that is, I don't really know. I don't put it in one little hole. It's just what feels right to me. Just like TNFNUs, I just kind of came up with that idea, and I thought it would be cool, and I just kind of ran with it. And although it's not the most successful series that I do, it's fun for me. And based on some of the comments that you guys have made, it's interesting for you guys to listen to. So, and that's what really matters, is I can have 1,000 subscribers, but I know that there's a core group of about 30 to 50 people that are really invested into what's going on with AriesEDC. They watch TNFNUs, they get involved with what they're doing, and it's funny during other live streams. You know the models, you know what's going on with the channel, and if somebody is not really up to date with what's going on, you guys are quick to point it out. So that's awesome. But it's because of you guys and some of the comments that you make, and it sparks other ideas and gets me really motivated to come on here, talk to you guys, and to create some new content. A time lapse. Somebody said you should do a time lapse, so I've done a couple time lapse. A build along. Well, I've done a couple build alongs. I've shared my collection before, which I probably have to go back and share that collection again at some point in time. I don't have a huge collection, but it's fun to share with you guys what I have. But there are some things that I have that I don't really show a lot of. And it's just I just enjoy being able to share with you guys what's going on. It's funny how one negative experience can drive you to make sure that you don't want anybody else to have any kind of an experience like that. So, it's just funny how the channel evolves, and I really enjoy where it's going. Like, I've thought about creating this as a live, but I think about it, and this I do at about 7:45, 8 o'clock at night. And there's already 2 or 3 live streams going on at that time, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So it's difficult for me to find a time to come on here and to do this in a live setting without stepping on somebody else. And they've already established their timeline, and I'm not going to do that. So I'll continue with my lives in the shop. Some of you seem to enjoy it. I know it's not the best time for everybody, but it's kind of what works for me right now. But it's just, and I never thought I would be doing a live stream. I never thought I'd be doing that. I never thought I'd be invited to go on to people's live streams. I've done Grumpy, I've done Juvan, now I've done Mattisfaction. it's just, I did Tim's School of Fish. That's mind-blowing for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go on to just, hey, can I come on? Yeah, sure, come on. And I'm on a live stream talking about my work. And it's just, it's mind-boggling to me to be like, yeah, I'm just a guy fooling around in my garage making some knives that are somewhat cool. At least they're cool to me, but they must resonate with you guys. But it's so cool because you guys turned something that was just something I did when I had some time to now I'm doing it more and more, and I'm becoming fairly successful, I want to say, at doing it. And I have a small name out there now, and there's a want to own one of my knives, or at least small want, and that feels good. It feels good. It feels good to know that if I drop a couple knives on my Etsy store, that they're gonna move pretty quick. Or it takes me 2 minutes to fill my books. That's crazy to me. It's just mind-boggling, and I pinch myself every day, and I'm like, is this really happening? And it's really happening. But you know, I don't know. It's hard for me to be like, it's because of this, and I really don't know. I'm doing something that you guys seem to enjoy, and lately you guys want me to go bigger. But you know, I stay true to the designs that I come up with and my aesthetic, because I feel like it's the best for what I'm doing. So I thank you, and I'm just going to continue to move forward, to continue to do what feels right, and continue to create and be creative, and then maybe I'll get bigger. And maybe with some of the things I'm going to talk about today, we'll make that a little bit easier. So those are kind of my thoughts and feelings this week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So, updates. August. Okay, well, wait. July, done. The extra build, done. The LMAX build is at heat treat. That leaves me with August. And August is all about the Rockhoppers. You guys have seen the first video. The 2 stainless Rockhoppers in AEB have been sent out to heat treat. They've already been sent out to heat treat. Mind blowing. So that leaves the 4 80 CRV2 blades ready. And they've all been cleaned up. They've all been squared up. Now they're just time to do the bevels. So I'm hoping during the live stream, I'll be able to get all of the bevels ground in on these guys, get the sharpening choil put in, get them hand sanded down and ready for heat treat. So I'm excited about getting the Rockhoppers all started. The goal is by the end of August that I'm dropping all 6 on the Etsy store all at one time. That's going to be a little daunting to do, but the goal is to do that. Now that's going to be based off of Peter's and when I'm going to get the 2 stainless back. I mailed them today, so they should get them by Monday, Tuesday of next week, and then it's all in their hands. If I have to just release the 4 80 CRV2 ones, then maybe I'll just do the 4 80 CRV2, and then when those 2 get back, then I can release that one. But this month is going to be all about the Rockhopper. It's one of my favorite little designs, Very utilitarian blade, has a nice tip to get into things, that nice flat blade shape. You can really, when you're holding it, I always put a lanyard, but your thumb gets right there. And it's not like a dip or anything, it's just how the handle comes down, and your thumb wants to get right there at the top. And lets you control the tip really well. You can pinch grip it and get your finger up here. That's probably where you're gonna be anyway on a small knife like this, but I love the Rockhopper, I love it. So hopefully I'll get started on those here very, very soon. Behind me, I got all these belts in. So I got all the belts I need for that 2x42. Now, I'm gonna do a video on this, but the 2x42 came in. I'm really excited about putting that to work, but I wasn't happy with that work table. It was much too small, and I wasn't happy with the Platin area. The Platin is where the belt comes down, and that's what you press against when you're doing your grinding. That area just wasn't good. It came with some graphite pad, which is already starting to peel off, and I wasn't happy with it. And because of you, once again, you guys point me in the direction, introduce me to somebody, and this person, and I'll talk more about it once I tell you what I'm about to tell you. He has already come up with customized add-ons for that machine. So now the work table is going to be double the size. The Platin is going to be perfect for what I need, so I can actually use the edges of the belt, which gives you that nice clean area on the bevel, the plunge grind. And so I got some equipment coming in from him. So I got a new work table, new Platin coming in for that grinder. And once it gets here, I'm going to put it all together and I'm going to share it with you guys. And we're going to put that thing to work. I really want to put that to work, whether that's in August or whether that's going forward in September. I just want to get that thing into work and really start learning how to use it. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping it cuts my work in half as far as time. We'll see. I don't see why it wouldn't, but it allows me to do some extra stuff that I normally wouldn't be able to do. So that grinder is coming very soon, and I'll be posting videos of all of that stuff here coming up very soon, once I get it in. Also today, I got a very cool package, and I've already shared it on Instagram. I shared it on my community page, but I'm trying to get little characters of all the knives. So, and I might not be able to do all the knives, but we have our little Rockhopper. So this is our Rockhopper character. And he's got the knife in his hand, and he's a cool little character. Now my stepdaughter, who's a very talented artist, was the one who created that. She's amazing. She also did my logo. So she was the one who did the logo. Now I was the one who drew it up, but she brought it to life. And I'm trying to get a sticker so you guys can see what I do with all my... Oh, there it is. Sorry. So I kind of drew a rough sketch of what I was thinking. And again, I will explain. My logo is the Aries zodiac sign, which if I take this out, that is the Aries zodiac sign, the sign of the ram. And then it has my initials in it. My initials are S and H. So you have the Aries symbol, zodiac symbol, and then my initials all hidden within a symbol. I like hidden symbols and messages like that. It's what I like. It's what I kind of like. But she has been working on another one, and we're finally able to finalize that. I posted pictures of it, but we now have officially the Tobico character. So this is the Tobico frog. Why is it a frog? Well, the Timby, who is the creator of the Tobico, he came to me and was inspired by some blade shapes, and he said this would make a cool fixed blade. So I started working on a design, and me and him went back and forth, and we created the Tobico. And he came up with that name because the Tobico, what Tobico is a protected swampland, or a protected area up in Michigan. So you have the Tobico swamp, I believe. And he originally, instead of his initials being put on the blade, was trying to come up with a frog design, etc. Well, now that was the inspiration for the frog. So I told her that if you're going to create a Tobico character, then it needs to be a frog of some kind. And this is what she came up with, and I think it is pretty awesome. And then you can see the two together, how they you could kind of see them in the same world. That was my biggest thing, is I didn't want this to be so far off from what we have already kind of established. So these two are based, definitely by looking at them, you can tell they're in the same kind of realm. They're in the same video game, the same cartoon, the same world. So we're going to continue doing that. We got some other designs other ideas were floating out there for, the Bloom, the Thorn, we got a lot of the Yokjo. So we got some really cool stuff coming, and I'm hoping to get that. But my stepdaughter is autistic. She's older, but she's autistic, and it takes her time to do that. She worked on that frog for quite some time. So I'm gonna let that grow. Maybe I'll get a chance to sit down and do a shirt and do some other swag with the Tobico logo on it. I know at least one person will be excited about that, but I'm hoping to do that, and that is kind of the future for that. So I'm excited about those stickers. We got all of them coming in. I'm really happy with the way that they're looking, the way that they turned out, and I plan on doing some other cool stuff. I'm still playing with the two flashlights that came in, the Brightnight flashlights, Brightnight. So these things are really, really cool. I'm really digging this one. It has the button actuated, so you press here and that turns it on, which is different than like the O light, which you're gonna hold like that and turn it on this way. But I kind of like this. I kind of like going like that, and then I can point it to where it needs to be. It has a magnet, and if you have a really strong steel, it will hold horizontal, that's kind of cool. If you need to have your flashlight and you want to hold it horizontal, and it'll sit in one spot while you can light up whatever you need to light up. So USB rechargeable, which I really like that function. That's pretty awesome. 1500 lumens, and this thing is bright. This thing is heck of a bright. And I know I need to replace my battery and my O-light, but it's definitely brighter than my O-light. But yeah, I'm still playing with this thing. It's got that nice texturing on the body of it, and it fits in the hand in my hand really well. And I guess somebody had said they used this on the bill of their cap. You can take this clip off of this groove. It has this groove here, and you can put it over here on this groove. It came on this groove, and I moved it over here because, I don't know, it just made sense to put it that way. You can pull it out and be bink. So it's very bright. I'm gonna put this in my pack and we'll see. Or I'll put this one in my pack. Maybe I'll do that. I'll put this one on my pack, and this one I'll keep here in the shop so that I can use it for stuff in here. So that'll be pretty cool. And the other one, I got this one. I have my issues with this one, but definitely an interesting flashlight. I'm gonna do a long-term review on these guys, but my biggest issue with this is the way that it turns on. So you twist it to come on. So that's flashlight. If I want to turn it off, great. But if I want flashlight again, I have to cycle through all of the different settings. So we have red, flashing red, green, flashing green, blue, flashing blue, and then we can get back to flashlight again. So you can't just turn the flashlight on and off. Once you got it on, you got to use it, or then you got to cycle through all of those again. I was going to give that to my autistic daughter. That's going to cause her anxiety. Just having to go through all of those every time, that's going to cause her anxiety, and I don't want to cause her any more anxiety than she already has. So anyway, I'll keep that around. Who knows what I'll use it for, but we'll keep it. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on here, guys. I'll update you guys with anything else, and we'll see what the future has. I'm really looking forward to getting some parts in for that grinder so I can get that going. But let's get these Rockhoppers started. I'm excited about getting these started. I already know what the handles I'm going to be doing, and I'm excited about the future. So again, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours.